So behind me is my 1974 Plymouth Barracuda, and I was going to wait and do the video on this down the road a little bit after I got a few things done to it, but I thought I'd better take the opportunity right now because one of two things is going to happen. This vehicle is either going to leave and go over to the workshop and be over there for a while Eddie does his stuff, or it's going to leave permanently and go someplace else. I actually stuck it on Facebook Marketplace for sale, mostly for trade actually, and I actually had some pretty good offers, some offers I'm definitely entertaining and considering, not because I don't like this car, don't get me wrong, I really like this car, it's just that I would need to dump about $10,000 into this car to get it where I want it to be, which is not bad. I think it's a worthwhile investment. I think it'll be easily worth that, if not more, when I get done with it. It's just right now with everything I have going on, I really just don't have the time or really the money to do that. So, well, we'll see. So we'll start with the good stuff. As far as the way a car runs, it runs good. It has a 440 big block, 727 automatic. I don't know if it's a posi rear end. Honestly, I doubt it. I'm gonna guess the rear gears are probably about 3/0 gears. It's a very good cruiser. It cruises along very comfortably. Doesn't have a lot off bottom end. I do think it's probably a kind of a period correct 440. It doesn't have a lot of power. There's not a lot of horsepower under here. I mean, certainly it could be pumped up quite a ways, but yeah, it's just a good cruiser car. It runs good. This motor runs excellent. It's probably one of the best starting, best running motors I've ever had, truthfully. It's got aluminum radiator. It's got electric fan plus clutch fans. It runs very, very cool, and it does look good. I mean, it looks good. And overall, this car does show very, very well. Paint scheme is nice. Rim and tire combination is nice, but it does have some flaws, and it's some flaws that bother me, probably would bother other people too, but some flaws that I would like to take care of, and I'm the type that I want to take care of them. I want to do them. I don't want to wait. That's the reason why I'm considering trading this vehicle off. But one of the things that does kind of bother me that I would want to take care of soon is like the hood. The hood doesn't fit real great, needs some adjustment. The trunk's the same way, both doors are the same way. All the black trim all the way around. Overall it looks good, but there's some areas that don't match. I would like to have it all matching, so I would like to have all that painted. The rims. The rim and tire combination I actually like a lot. I think they look good, they're a good size, good fit for this car, but they're curved, and that bothers me. They're kind of dull. It would just take, I think, really some good detail work, as well as the paint. The paint shows really well, but it's got some water spots. So again, someone who could really get into a really good deep detail, probably on the rims, inside, outside of the car, really make this thing shine. It just needs some time and some money invested. I would probably go ahead and invest in some new rims. Not that it needs it. Like I said, these would probably clean up just fine and look good. It's just what I would do. And well, let's take a look at the interior and I can show you kind of what I'm thinking there. Now the interior overall is in pretty good shape. These seats are apparently out of a newer generation Camaro. I'm not crazy about them, but they're here, so I probably won't change them out. But I would want to reupholster them. Not that they really need it, but they have a couple little areas on both seats that I would just want to take care of. The armrests on both sides, I'd probably want to take care of that. Maybe the rear deck is not that great. But other than that, like the carpet, the headliner, the door panels, everything like that, the dash is all in really good shape. Another thing that needs some attention is the steering column. It's okay, it's not bad, but I don't really like the position of it for one thing, so I like to put a tilt column in it. And this is just really, really loose. Whenever you're shifting into gears, it's not really positive. There's not really a positive notch for all the different gears. And I'm thinking this column is probably worn out and does need a little bit of love. It's got a few leaks. I noticed it's got a power steering leak, which I'm trying to work on right now and get that fixed. It's got a leak at the gas tank that's intermittent. It's right where the hose goes in to the actual tank itself. So Eddie's going to take care of that and look into that. The stereo system that the guy said was the best stereo system he ever heard, well, I'm telling you, this guy has obviously not heard stereo systems, because the stereo on my phone sounds better than this. It's horrible. It sounds like all the speakers are blown. So I'd want to replace that. But the big thing that I think is really needing right now is back from the engine. Engine's good, but it's back from the engine that's going to need a little love. Let me talk about that. So first of all, the transmission is slipping. It just started doing that. I haven't had it checked out yet, but it may need a new transmission. I don't know yet. Same thing was happening with my wife's Gremlin before we got rid of it. I sent it over to Al's transmission. Nathan worked on it, made some adjustments, and got it shifting really, really good and working really good. So I'm hoping it's the same situation with this transmission, but I'm just going to anticipate I'm going to have a rebuilt one or put another one in. Also, when I first got this car, the first thing that I noticed was that the rear tires were rubbing on the leaf springs. They were in too far. So I had Eddie get some spacers, put some spacers on it, and that made the difference. They stopped rubbing, but I'm still hearing a noise, and I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's differential. I don't know if it's driveline. I don't know if it's something in the suspension. It's just something that we're gonna have to get up on the rack and check out, but I don't like it. And it's only at low speeds. Once it gets up to speed, I don't hear it, but it just seems like something's rubbing, something's not completely right. So I just wanna have everything checked out. So, you know, when it's all said and done, and then there'll be cosmetic things that I'll want to do, like tinting the windows and things like that, it's going to add up. I know it's going to add up. Is it worth it in the long run? Yeah, I'm into this car about probably about $42,000 with it delivered to my door. Stick another $10,000 into it, roughly, make it a nice car, and it'll be worth that very easily. But like I said, I just don't have the time, and I'm just a little burnout after the 55 and everything that's been going on with that, which hopefully is close to being done. I'm just a little burnout on projects and stuff like that right now, and I don't know, I've lost my enthusiasm for it. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, let me take you guys for a quick spin around the block, and then I'll wrap this video up. Okay, let's do a cold start. And that's the way it starts every time. I can even come out here after like a day or two and just hit the key, not even have to hit the throttle, and it fires right up, and it just idles down so nicely. I mean, it's ready to go. We'll pan across. Overall's in pretty good shape. I was just disappointed. I expected more, I guess, and I mean, I saw some things in the photos that I thought, well, maybe the doors are completely closed. No, it just needs some adjustment, you know, odds and ends, things like that. But I mean, I watched the videos and everything like that and thought I was doing a really good job, but obviously I wasn't. And I mean, I still think I'm okay with the car. I think I get my money back or close to it, but yeah, I don't know, I'm rambling. Let's drive. Okay, so here's a transmission problem. Right now I'm in reverse, no foot on the brake, and I'm not moving. Oh, now we're starting to move. And I'm not touching the gas at all. See, the Gremlin did the exact same thing. It just, like, it didn't have the fluid when it was cold. So it could be similar because that transmission was also a Mopar transmission. So hopefully that it's minor. That cost like $600 to fix. That wasn't bad at all. There, I don't know if you guys could hear that noise, but it almost sounds like something's dragging or rubbing or something like that. It's just for a second though, so it's not like it could be something rubbing. I don't know. To me it feels a little like unstable too as I'm driving it. I don't know. I mean, it could be just an alignment. It could need a little bit of effort put there. I'm not 100% sure. But I'd want to have it all checked out. obviously in trading it, I'm disclosing everything about this car because I want whoever gets it to know. But I mean, that's pretty much stepping into it right there. And I mean, we're cruising. We're like 70 now. It's a nice cruiser. Brakes good. It's got front disc brakes. They are drilled. Another thing, sometimes the signals don't cancel. Another reason to get a new column. But it's a nice cruiser. It's not breathing heavy at all. Goes down the freeway speeds. And I mean, it rides actually pretty good. So it's got a lot of positives, no rust that I can see or detect. I mean, the paint does look good. It is a good color for this car. See, we hit a good bump right there. I didn't hear anything rub or hit. The steering's actually pretty tight, pretty responsive. So it does have a lot. It does have a lot going for it. It's just some loose ends and rough around the edges, I guess. So at the end of the day, it is a second generation Plymouth Barracuda, which in my opinion is the nicest body style that Plymouth has ever come out with. Very desirable car. Like I said, just kind of rough around the edges, needs a few things here and there. If I find the right trade, if it works for me, I'll do it. If not, you know, it's not going to hurt my feelings to hang on to the car. It can sit over at the workshop for a while. Eddie can do the things he can do to it and get it more mechanically inclined, and I'll send it out to get like the transmission taken care of because that's something that's important to me. I want to figure out the suspension stuff. The other cosmetic stuff, it can wait. It's not a big deal. If it takes me a year or whatever down the road, assuming I have the car that long, then I'll do that. So either way, I guess it's kind of a win-win for me. I'll either get a new toy or I'll keep this one, which is a badass toy, and I'll get it fixed the way I want it, and you guys will be able to see that. So as always, I've been Mike Hill, and I appreciate you guys, right? And I really haven't said that lately. I really do appreciate you guys hanging in there. Appreciate you watching the videos. Appreciate the subscribers and everything like that. I know I've been kind of out of it lately, and there's just been a lot of other stuff going on, a lot of other stuff on my mind. Right now, I'm even under the weather, if you can't tell by my voice. So I do apologize for that. You know, I would like to get back into more stuff, and I'm trying to do that. I know I keep talking about that. I'm trying to do that and get back to where I was before. So bear with me. Appreciate your patience. Appreciate, as always, the comments and all the support, as I said before. And with that, guys, God bless. Take care. Have an absolutely amazing day.